Blyton so allies herself with her desired readers that she fails them because she never takes them further than they are. She is a female Peter Pan, the kind of suffocating adult who prefers children never to grow up, because then she can enjoy their pretty foibles and dominate them by her adult superiority. This betrayal of childhood seeps...
By sheer force of repetition, they impress themselves on the defenseless below-average reader. I'm sorry that a new generation is to be encouraged to feed on what I honestly believe to be slow poison.
If you have small children and they don't like Noddy, you are very lucky. I have, they do, I am not. This insipid wooden doll, with its Noddy...
Enid Blyton is the most successful children's writer of all time. Between her birth in 1897 and her death in 1968, her name and her signature were known to millions of children all over the world. She wrote over 700 books, and during her lifetime, 85 million copies of her books were sold. And even today, they are still selling at the rate of 8 million each year, with translations into 30 different languages.
The nicest horse I've ever met. And now the two are great friends. And the old horse isn't lonely anymore.
Oh, good old black horse.
How many stories do you know?
Which is your favourite story? Did you always write stories? How old were you when you started?
Did you live in the town or the country?
Did you have any brothers or sisters?
I'm always being asked about my childhood. You are in the middle of yours, so it's quite natural that you should want to know about mine. Well, I was quite an ordinary little girl, really. I'm perfectly certain that not one of the grown-ups around me then would ever have guessed that I was going to be your storyteller when I grew up.
You're getting the hang of it now.
My fingers get mixed up.
Because you're thinking too much about the notes. Hang the notes. Let the music speak. To your heart.
I had 2 brothers and no sister, although I longed for one. I was lucky enough to have an excellent memory. When I was 8 or 9, I could read down a page of a book, then shut my eyes and repeat it word for word. I never forgot what I had read. Even now, I can shut my eyes and see my geography book. Manufacturers.
Macclesfield for silk, Luton for hats, Leeds for woolen goods, and Sheffield for steel goods.
The things I liked best were the things I have liked best all my life. Stories, music, nature. When I grow up, I will write books about real children, I thought. That's the kind of book I like best. That's the kind of book I would know how to write.
There you are. Didn't you hear me calling for you? Haven't you got anything better to do with your time than wasting it with this nonsense? This will not teach you how to cook, to sew, to manage a house. And what man is going to look at you without those skills?
Don't know.
I'm sure you don't know. You don't know anything that's worth knowing. Let me remind you that I have to run this house single-handed, apart from Nora, and she's about as much use to me as a brook and mangle. I don't expect any help from Hanley. He's still a baby. But it's about time you pulled your weight in this household.
But Daddy said that...
Yes, I know. Your daddy says this, and your daddy says that. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't understand half of what your daddy says or thinks.
He knew more about flowers, birds, and wild animals than anyone I had ever met, and was always willing to share his knowledge with me. These were the happiest times. When looking back, it seems the days were always warm, always sunny, and the sky was always as deeply blue as the cornflowers in my garden. My father loved his garden, and he thought we children should have patches too. I dug it over well, and it looked very nice, I thought. And then came the exciting part. What should I plant in it? I had only a penny a week, and that wouldn't buy many seeds.
You know, Enid, If you want something badly enough, you have to work for it. Now, let me see. I want my bicycle cleaned. Cleaned well, too. I want the weeds cleared from that bed over there, and my back's playing up.
How I worked. I kept thinking of Candytuft and Shirley Poppies and Mignonette as I rubbed up that bicycle and cleared the weeds. So I earned the money for my first garden. People are happy when they grow things. And if ever I was unhappy as a child, I used to go and garden.
Chippy! Chip, chip! Chippy! Chip, chip! Chippy! Where are you hiding, you naughty thing? Mother, have you seen Chippy?
Will you be quiet, girl? I've got other things to do than listening to you haranguing me.
I was only looking for Chippy.
Well, it's not here.
Well, maybe it's outside.
I said it's not here. Not inside, not outside, not upstairs. It's gone away.
Run away.
Sent away. I've enough to do keeping this place clean and tidy without having my work undone by...